Shalom Israel. This is a study on the Old and New Covenant, quick and to the point. What do you believe, Israel? Let's go to it.
We believe in your worship of Yah. We believe in your worship
Give an ear,
of Yah.
O shepherd of Israel. Though thou leadest Joseph like a flock, thou that dwellest between the cherubims, shine forth before Ephraim and Benjamin and Manasseh. Stir up thy strength and come and save us. Turn us again, O Elohim, and cause thy face to shine, and we shall be saved. O Yah, Elohim of hosts, how long wilt thou be angry against the prayer of thy people? Thou feedest them with the bread of tears, and givest them tears to drink in great measure. Thou makest us a strife unto our neighbors, and our enemies laugh among themselves. Turn us again, O Elohim of hosts, and cause thy face to shine, and we will be saved.
We believe in your worship of Yah. We believe in your worship
Eyes to see
of
and
Yah.
ears to hear. Listen, house of Israel. This is the old covenant. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith Yah. I will put my law in their inward parts and write it in their hearts, and will be their Elohim, and they shall be my people. Eyes to see and ears to hear, O Israel. This is the new covenant. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith Yah. I will put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts, and I will be to them an Elohim, and they shall be to me a people. Old and new. Listen, Israel.
We believe in your worship of Yah. We believe in
Eyes to see
your worship
and ears to
of
hear.
Yah.
Listen, house of Israel. This is the old covenant. Now these are the commandments, the statutes, and the judgments which Yah, your Elohim, commanded to teach you, that ye might do them in the land whither ye go to possess it, that thou mightest fear Yah, thy Elohim, to keep all his statutes and his commandments, which I command thee, thou and thy sons and thy sons' sons, all the days of thy life, and that thy days may be prolonged. Hear therefore, O Israel, and observe to do it, that it may be well with thee, that ye may increase mightily, as Yah, Elohim of thy fathers, hath promised thee, in the land that floweth with milk and honey. Hear, O Israel, Yah is our Elohim. Yah is one, and thou shalt love Yah, thy Elohim, with all thine heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart. Eyes to see and ears to hear. This is the new covenant, Israel. Do we begin again to commend ourselves, or need we, as some other epistles of condemnation to you, or letters of condemnation from you? Ye are our epistle, written in our hearts, known and read of all men. For as much as ye are manifestly declared to be the epistle of the Messiah, ministered by us, written not with ink, but with the Spirit of the living Elohim, not in tables of stone, but in fleshly tables of the heart. And such trust have we through the Messiah toward Yah. Not that we are sufficient of ourselves to think anything as of ourselves, but our sufficiency is of Yah, who also hath made us able ministers of the New Testament, not of the letter, but of the Spirit. For the letter killeth, but the Spirit giveth life. But if the ministration of death, written and engraved in stones, was glorious, so that the children of Israel could not steadfastly behold the face of Moses for the glory of his countenance, which glory was to be done away, how shall not the ministration of the Spirit be rather glorious? Eyes to see and ears to hear. Israel, this is the old covenant. A new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you, and I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh, and I will give you a heart of flesh, and I will put my spirit within you, and cause you to walk in my statutes, and ye shall keep my judgments and do them.
worship of Yah. We believe in pure worship of Yah.
All right. I hope you enjoy this little teaching. Conclusion of the matter is to fear Yah and keep His commandments, because that is our whole duty. We're going to look at a couple of scriptures before we completely close out the lesson. First, in Ezekiel 36, it tells us that we need to walk in the statutes and the judgments. Now, as we look at our Hamashiach, with some of our brothers and sisters called Jesus, some go by Christ, we look at the words of our epistles, the words of what we would say the new covenant. And this is what they tell us as far as walking. In 1 John, it tells you that whoever claims to live, or it says abide, if you're living in Him, if He's living in you, you must walk the same way. Again, in the Greek term, or Roman term, we say Jesus. As we Hebrew Israelites, we're going back to Yeshua, again, meaning salvation. But again, to understand what that means, we go back to the Old Covenant and to walk as He walked, is to walk in all the statutes, judgments, and commandments of the Ancient of Days. So that's what Christ did. And if you believe in 1 John 2:6, then that's what you must do. That's the Old as well as New Covenant. Our brother Peter, in his epistle, in 1 Peter 2:21, he tells us too, for this is you who are called, because Christ also suffered for you, leaving you an example that you should follow in His footsteps. And again, to make it long story short, Christ, He walked in the statutes and commandments and the judgments. So if you follow in His footsteps, that means you must also, in like manner, walk in the statutes and commandments and judgments. And the last point we're going to close out is in the 2 Corinthians, when 2 Corinthians 3, when Shaul was talking about if you're living in this planet right now. And again, I love my brother Shaul, what some people call Paul. Now, if you walking and living in this planet right now as we speak, you are truly keeping the commandments. You look so much glorious than everybody else. And what Shaul says, Moses, them looking at Moses, and he was just keeping the commandments on stones, those letter of stones, and how glorious that Israel couldn't even look at it. They didn't want to, they were like, cover up, bro. Put a veil on you so we could be around you. They were just thinking death. And he said, that's so glorious. Imagine how much it is when you're walking and living in spirit, in Elohim, so that you're a rightful servant when Christ comes back. Before the Ancient of Days comes, that 1,000-year millennium, when He had that first resurrection. How glorious would that be if Moses was that glorious? And again, He didn't give you a new commandment and anything new. Again, those laws and those laws, those statutes, and those commandments are going to be written on your heart. So I hope you enjoyed this. Enjoy the song that we're closing out with, in peace to the 12 tribes of Israel that have scattered to the four winds, until our Hamashiach will gather us home again, and do everything in your power to keep the commandments and the faith of our Hamashiach. Shalom.
We believe in pure worship of Yah. We believe in pure immaculate, who is in all the earth. I know not one so marvelous, incredible. Pure worship of Yah. We believe in pure worship of Yah. Who is in all the earth? There's none like you, so merciful and full of love. Who is in all the earth? I know not one, infallible and powerful.